Japan chose to construct space fish tanks to meet the demands of fish after all the fish in the world's water suddenly vanished. The Onomichi fishermen began space fishing. According to the Equal Employment Opportunity, 6 space fishermen are appointed. Haru, who is 17 years old, arrives in Onomichi to become a space fisher, but is unable to make it to the city hall where Narumi-kun and other females are waiting for her. When girls express a desire to go fishing in space, a boy by the name of Kagetani teases them. The team of 3 needed the space fishing unit. They decide to form a team with Haru and Makiko after Haru arrives in the meantime. Haru is anxious as they board a rocket to travel to space. After arriving at the location, they receive some instructions. They must choose a guardian deity who supports space fishing and is a partner in space fishing. To get help, Haru calls on the useless deity Misaki. While Makiko and Namino work to help Haru, some dolphins attack her. While Kazamatsuri and Kagetani approach and capture the dolphins using their deities, they both manifest their weapons for combat. They use a capture net to catch the dolphins. The tank lord Megacrobite assaults them at that point, but the man's fisherman defeats it with the aid of a divine splash. Higher officials scolded the girls for failing to capture even one fish. When the girl squad returns, everyone is critical of them, and Hiro makes a promise to serve her grandmother fish. After getting to the hostel, a few more girls introduce themselves. They are all still in their quarters, and their trainer encourages them by saying that they will dispel the myth that women can't fish in space by proving them wrong. They all get together for a welcoming celebration and eat delectable food. The following morning, all of the cadets struggle to wake Haru and give her breakfast. They exercise by running on tracks, competing in games, and watching men exercise. While diving into a pool, Haru inspires terror. All the gods are chatting about them as they are eating, and one god declares he will not become a god of Haru while Misaki is in favor of her. When Haru is dozing off, Misaki emerges from her phone and inquires about the deity she should call. Additionally, he counsels her to invoke Kawashi as a deity. While Maiko calls Haru and they go jogging, they are conversing. Although their strike pods have arrived, male cadets forbid them from using the Union swimming pool. The chief of the Union gives them a 10-minute deadline to catch 3 tunas. The female cadet team decides to form a group of 3 cadets: Haru, Makiko, and Namino. Because of her resentment toward Haru, and Namino declines to collaborate with her. Every time Haru wants to be Namino's friend, she responds angrily. The other cadets pledge to assist Haru. The following day, Kazamatsuri informs them that Namino enjoys sweet pancakes and that they can make her happy by baking one for her. They all look around the market but don't see any delectable cakes. Then they decide to bake a lemon cake on their own. Haru gathers lemons in the backyard. By telling Namino that all the other cadets are out shopping and leaving her alone, Kazamatsuri poisons her ears. While they are baking a cake, she walks in. When Namino realizes they are attempting to make her happy rather than upset, she joins them. She assists them in baking a cake which they all share. Due to her proximity to them, Namino promises to instruct them. She spends several days training them. To fulfill the challenge, they can only catch 1 fish in 9 minutes, but the other 2 are caught by Cadet Ruby Azumi in the final moments. They are now permitted to conduct training using the Union pole. The leader of the Union and the other male cadets are shocked by the girl squad's triumph. The girls' team celebrates their triumph and has a good time. The lady squad triumphs by receiving formal approval to use the Union pool for training. Other cadets serve Ruby something she has never consumed before. As usual, Namino is melancholy and doesn't fully participate in the celebration. She refuses to shake hands with Ruby and ignores her. Haru speaks with Ruby and promises to assist her. All night long, they watch cartoons together. Other cadets explain to Ruby how to offer a prayer at the shrine the following day. The girl squad is required to collect dummy tuna programmed to Tank 5 by the upcoming schedule in the Union pool. Each of them is given a unique suit for this. Namino asks the trainer to remove Ruby from the squad because she doesn't like her and thinks that Ruby is selfish, but other cadets oppose her. Haru suggests going swimming in the training suits in the ocean. They wish that the other 3 cadets were present. For lunch, they serve very wonderful meals. When she met her mother, her father was a successful crab fisherman who had amassed wealth, according to Ruby. All fish vanished from the planet when he built a fish processing facility. She wishes for the fish to safely return to the oceans. Ruby is given the task by Namino to outperform her in a practice pool so that Namino can join Ruby for lunch. The emergency strike pod evacuation drill is put to use the following day. Before this, they are not informed that they must exit the pod. Except for Makoto, they all emerge from the surface. Haru leaves and returns to the surface beside Makoto. The other cadets are also taken aback by her actions and are likewise concerned for her. They devised a scheme to lift her spirits. To cheer her up, they bring water guns. Makoto trips and collapses in the bathtub. Since she almost drowned in water as a child, she has always had a phobia of it. According to Namino, a person who is afraid of the water has no business becoming a space fish. Kajitani belittles the female team and orders them to stop space fishing. Makoto responds to him admirably. Makoto claims that her father informed her that a girl cannot be a smith. Therefore, she decided to become a space fisherman instead of becoming a smith like him. She had once desired to have a male child. The rest of the cadets resolve to work with Makoto to overcome her fear of the sea. They all indulge in ice cream following training. Additionally, they visit shops where various knives are sold. Makoto makes an effort to call a god. Hiwashi is asked by Misaki to serve as Makoto's god. Makoto jumps into the ocean and prays to her protector god. Rika-san also perishes in the ocean as a result of a large explosion. To save her, Makoto exits the pod, appeals to the god for assistance, and rescues her. Maiko feels self-conscious in her bikini, and she once inadvertently falls into the pool as some boys are bathing. Haru advises her to train while wearing a different outfit. Haru encourages her even if she can't run properly on the track. One of the first space fishermen, Yudai, the brother of Maiko, perished in an accident. Maiko's conversation with the union head, as she asks about her brother, is overheard by Kagetani and Kazamatsuri. She receives a poor response from the chief union. They both recall the day they went space fishing and the accident that happened as a result of the ship's unstable and deficient tank. The following day, Maiko is not discovered in her room, so Haru goes looking for her. Maiko visits the cafe Jonathan, where she converses with the elderly man serving her coffee, and they both talk about a book. Haru eventually runs into Maiko, and the two of them proceed to get some remune to drink. Haru learns about Maiko's lost brother and the reason she has come to this location. Haru reassures Maiko that her brother is waiting as she announces her intention to resign. With renewed optimism, Maiko sets out to catch a large fish. All of them enjoyed painting their pods. Haru describes Makameki to her grandmother as a pleasant lady who enjoys cycling and lemon cake. When Namino is upset with Haru and Ruby, Makameki shows them a favor and they burn the cake for Namino. Namino prepares food by herself. The fantastic news that they will travel to space as a female team is shared by everyone. Namino and Makameki are chosen by Narumi as the squad captains. Mayako and Makoto are on Namino's side, whereas Ruby and Haru are on Makameki's team. The following day, Makameki tells Narumi that she is unfit to serve as a leader. She is informed by Narumi that she wants to make her the team's head because she is the most impartial member. She also counsels her to proceed because she believes in herself. On a rocket, they all blast off into space. Once there, they enter their strike pods, fly into the ocean, and call upon their gods. She is not able to access Haru's divinity at that time. He afterwards agreed that Hiwashi should become Haru's deity. Kamino's squad is attacked by a squid, while Makameka's team snags a large fish and swims to the surface. When Makoto calls for assistance, Makameki and Ruby return to save them, leaving Haru behind. The squid breaks Ruby's pod's chain and Makameki, as usual, loses courage. When Makameki and Haru are separated, only a portion of Makameki's pod rises. Haru unexpectedly descends to save everyone. She receives assistance from Hiwashi as well, and they are all saved. While a child makes her smile, Namino considers her team's performance. The girl squad is notified that the city council has been asked to produce a documentary on them. They intend to film and concentrate on the two primary participants. Except for Namino, all the girls are pleased to learn this. She believes that rather than squandering time, people will concentrate on training to demonstrate their abilities. The documentary features Haru and Namino. They fight constantly with each other while they both shoot their parts. They learn about the filming of a classified part from Narumi. While filming, Namino runs into a few of her friends, and she informs Haru that they are fellow students. Then Narumi orders them to record a cover piece in which they will interview kindergartners. While speaking to the kids, Namino tries to smile, but she is unsuccessful. When Haru holds the microphone and begins speaking to the kids, she can capture their attention. The kids huddled up around her. Haru encourages Namino as she decides to return. Namino entertains the kids by acting like a man. When Haru discovers that only Namino's segment of the documentary has been included, she is incensed. However, it is encouraging to see that they have both gotten along well. Because they all want to go to the festival over the summer, Break the Girl Squad agrees to stay at Namino's house. While the girls are forced to perform all the labor alone, Namino has her grandparents at home. Kazamatsuri is already there when Namino visits the family tomb. Namino asserts that since he abandoned her family, he has no right to visit their graves. When other girls inquire, she declines to discuss it. They cook dinner and create various animals out of vegetables. When everyone is assembled at the dorm for the evening, Haru informs them that Kazamatsuri was raised by Namino's family as one of her siblings. He often helps her grandparents. The following day, they all dressed up nicely to attend the festival. They enjoy themselves greatly while playing various games. Ruby misplaces her handbag at the festival, and because her mother gifted it to her when she was alive, she is determined to find it at any cost. The cadets searched everywhere for her purse. When they asked the audience to find the purse on stage, it is quickly located. A song is also sung by Ruby and Haru. Ruby thanks everyone for coming to the festival with her as they watch the fireworks. They attempt to catch fish once more when Mayako is suddenly assaulted by a large wolffish. Ruby suffers injuries as a result of the large wolffish's attack. She is taken to the hospital by other cadets for treatment. Namino holds Mayako accountable for Ruby's wounds. Mayako claims to have seen a seagull wreck submerged in the ocean. Before one of the girls perishes from space fishing, Hajitani and Kazamatsuri advise them to stop. They assert that women are unable to fish in space, but Namino responds that this is untrue. They also tell them about the seagull wreck, which they used as a prototype before sinking it when it was damaged. Maiko decides to leave the group after feeling guilty about her mistake. The following morning, she attempts to board a train, but every other cadet tries to stop her. She has her word from Namino that they will look for Mayako's missing brother. Ruby and Maiko have a video call during which Mayako chooses to remain with them. She shares information about her brother. Namino inquires about Mayako's brother, but is refused information by Kagetani and Kazamatsuri. Haru then ascends the rocket and issues a suicide threat. The entire accident occurrence is revealed by Kazamatsuri, who also claims that they were told not to talk about the accident or Yudai after returning. On an officer's directive, the name Yudai was removed from the file. The deity of Haru Masaki discloses that Yudai's deity has not arrived, which suggests that Yudai may still be alive and that his deity is guarding him. They learn that Yudai's name was modified and removed from the accident report by Makameki's father. When Makameki visits her father to talk to him about Yudai, he ignores her and leaves to attend a conference. When Miyako learns that Makameki has left, she feels bad for reprimanding him. Mishima, who is hurt, informs the authorities that Kazamatsuri and Kagetani go fishing in Tank 99. Yudai has already lost in that tank. The Union chief receives orders to forbid the launch when he loses contact with them. When Makameki decides to leave the squad, several cadets stop her. Since they both lost communication with them, the Union's chief asks the girl squad to retrieve Kagetani and Kazamatsuri. They may receive the same treatment from the Ministry of Fishing that Yudai did. The girls' team decides to save them. Makameki reconsiders her decision to resign as well. Kagetani and Kazamatsuri become apparent to the girl squad as good people. Haru encourages the girls by telling them to smile even in trying circumstances since it makes everyone around them happy. They make plans to go fishing without letting the ministry know. To avoid detection, they all take refuge in cans. A blueprint for an escape route from the center in case of emergency is given to Makameki by her father. Norumi calls the media to cover their launch so she can avoid being arrested. For their safe return, all of the propelled prey. The ladies' team heads off to Tank 99 in their pods. They soon came to the pods of Kagetani and Kazamatsuri, but their deities had vanished. She is informed by Haru's god that Yudai's deity cannot be sensed. They are abruptly assaulted by King Tuna. They all make an effort to kill it but fail. They immediately invoke their deities and launch a divine splash to destroy them. As soon as possible, they inform Kagetani and Kazamatsuri that they have slain the King Tuna. Once more, a skull-headed marlin attacks them, while other girls save Kagetani and Kazamatsuri. Namino and Haru avoid the marlin. By successfully breaking the ice, Haru and Namino cause the marlin to self-destruct. The fact that Namino and Haru were successful in killing the marlin surprises the group. They are all welcomed back to the conference room after returning. The girl squad worries that they will lose their jobs for disobeying the rules. As Makameki's father arrives, he confesses that they went to the rescue effort as per official directives. They pledge to Makameki that they would make an effort to track down Yudai. Makameki receives an apology from Kajitani and Kazumetsurit for lying to her. Makameki is informed that Tank 99 did not result in her brother's loss. The boy and girl team toast their triumph while sipping beer. They are informed by Kajitani that a wicked tank number 100 may contain Makameki's brother. The ministry provides them with a reward. The lady team has a beach celebration before going space fishing once more as cadets.